quality, do the honours. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that does sound. Whoa. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Today is stage 2 hardware day for the TT. So I'm back at AUTODYNAMICS. Let's go inside and see what's happening. Here's Michael again. He's already got the front bumper off before I can even say anything. So look at all this lovely goodness we've got here. We've got a new intercooler, an AIRTEC intercooler. We've got a TRACKSLAG downpipe and sports cat. Look at the size of that. Basically a 4-inch downpipe with a sports cat, which should improve the flow massively. Thing about these TRACKSLAGs, they've got a really nice sort of OEM, I don't know what you call that, it's like a sort of snake or joint, but that's really good because it's like the OEM one. It doesn't put stress on the turbo because obviously the turbo's fixed up here, and this is the rest of the exhaust. So that's a really good thing about these. But just look at this, the quality of these welds on here, just absolutely amazing. Also got some silicone hoses as well, more bits and pieces and hardware up here to go on. Yeah, there's a lot to do, and Michael's already started by taking the front bumper off. So we're doing stage 2 kind of plus, and we're going to be doing it in kind of 2 stages, if that makes sense. Basically 2 parts. So today's the hardware. So we've got the intercooler going on, the downpipe, the sports cat, hoses, and that's pretty much it. Although that is quite a lot of work to do in one day, because then we've got tuning happening, you know, next week basically. And then it'll be put on the rolling road at Devil Developments, and they're gonna work their magic and get it tuned, because you won't really see the benefit of all this hardware that's going on here until you sort of do a proper tune. We might even get a few kind of fault codes on the car until then, but I've been told it's fine to sort of drive around with this hardware on, because the car will, the ECU is clever, it will, you know, sort things out. But yeah, basically big day today, got to get all this on, get all this done. And it's going to start with, obviously, bumpers come off and intercooler's got to go on. But the intercooler is for a Golf R. They use the same sort of rad pack and setup, so it looks to me like we're might have trouble, because there's not a lot of space behind this kind of front bit. Also, I want to tidy this up, because the body shop that fitted my front bumper didn't like the silver behind the grille. I would have rather than just left it silver, to be honest, but they sprayed it black. So I'm going to try and, yeah, sort that out as well. So yeah, the main sort of issue is here is, obviously you can see it's quite tight already. We're just going to have to see, we're going to have to get it out and just see how it's likely going to fit. So fun and games. How are you feeling, Michael?
Yeah.
It's a lot to do, isn't it? We've kind of worked out that this is not going to come out any other way but dropping it down. Is that right?
Yeah.
So basically, he's already taken the intercooler hoses off, and now we're releasing the coolant from the car. So the fans are off. It looks like we might have enough space. I'll show you in a hit. Right, so with the airbox out, you can see there is actually quite a bit of space here. So basically these sort of clips here, or these brackets here, see this one's, it's been removed on this side, so you've got to basically take that off so you can access the clips for the rad, which obviously aren't exposed on this side, you can't see them at all. She's looking a bit broken. Those clips are an absolute nightmare to get out, if anyone wants to know. But the rad is only held on by clips, so there's the intercooler. That little thing in there, compared to the size of the other one, thickness. Intercooler is out. What a ball ache, eh, Michael?
Yeah.
That was hard to get out. Looks like the clips need a bit of adjustment. Might have to get rid of that little notch there. So on the instructions, it looks like you have to take a knife to the mount and remove that section on one side. Right, so to make the job a bit easier, we've taken the front section off completely, because it's just too much of a mission to actually, you know, try and fit that in there and all that. But of course then that gives access to the throttle body pipe there, which we can replace with that APR one. First of the APR hoses going on.
It'll come jiggle jiggle.
Wiggle wiggle. It'll come jiggle jiggle. So yeah, we had to do quite a bit of
We have
mods,
to trim it bit.
trim down there,
Make sure it doesn't.
because this is just so close to here. On this side it's okay,
It's not really close. It's
it's
grabbing.
actually touching.
Yeah.
It's not now. Obviously we've taken a bit off that plastic there to actually get it done, but none of this is explained in the intercooler instructions. Right guys, massive ball ache getting that rad on. It is a very, very tight fit, so if you don't want to start modding stuff and start, you know, trying to make up stuff as you're going along, then don't do this. With a bit of improvisation, we got it in, and Michael's as cool as a cucumber. She's back, guys. She's back. Just bracing himself before the big job of doing. This is a bigger job. The intercooler is totally a bigger job than the downpipe. Basically, the downpipe is there. We've got to probably got to take the subframe or drop the subframe down. Is that right, Michael? To get the cat out. A little bit of light relief before that. It's just doing the intake hose, because I never did that when I actually installed the R600 box. Stuck some coolant in, which will top up once you start the car again. He's disconnected this, or loosen this at least. Anyway, we've got a new seal to go on here as well, but basically there's the downpipe there, and then that goes down. The cat is there, and you can't get the cat out of the bottom of the car without dropping the subframe of the car, which means tracking's got to be done again. But yeah, basically, and in order to get the subframe down, you've got to disconnect the steering as well. He's breezing through this. Right, subframe is being lowered so we can get the cat out. Should be enough. That was quite quick. A lot easier than the intercooler. One more. That was that washer you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the washer you were talking about before.
After some year they modify, because the stuff from moving up and down.
Okay, so they've added that. It's out, guys. Enough room to get it out. So basically, just had to remove the shield that was on here, and then drop this down a little bit more. So the turbo clamp, Michael's got a new one because they revised the part.
Yeah,
on there, so they've updated
your
it.
car already was modified.
Oh, so my one
Same.
already had the modified version on.
Same part number.
Oh well, it's worth getting anyway, just to check. But put the new one on. Put the nice
Feel
shiny
free.
one on. So that's the thing. If you're kind of replacing parts or taking the part off, Michael normally checks to see, you know, if there is a replacement part. Michael normally checks to see if there's like a replacement part that's like a revised part, because obviously these things are sort of evolving, and they might adjust things if things have been known to fail or whatever. They just constantly update them. I didn't know that, but that's obviously makes a lot of sense. A bit like radio controlled cars, they sort of strengthen parts or whatever. It's a big old pipe, isn't it, Michael? What do you reckon?
Yeah. Big hole.
It's on. Look at the size of that. I mean, it actually fits. You could fit bigger in there. It's actually got loads of room, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could fit a bigger turbo in there as well.
Yeah, we will do next time.
Yeah, we'll get a bigger turbo in there. So it's in. Obviously, see the nice heat shield thing there. But yeah, basically, it's too long. The standard pipe, because this was for a GTI. I think he's just sent. Actually, I think TRACKSLAG have just sent their standard pipe that you obviously have to cut down. I did speak to Matt at TRACKSLAG, and I think he did say that. They've also sent these adapters as well to ease the job a bit. Basically, you've got to cut that big tube. Master exhaust fabricator in action again. Basically, the TRACKSLAG pipe doesn't really fit this car. It's not. I thought it might be, you know, good to a point, but we're having to do some pretty dramatic mods to it. So Michael's just tacking it now. We've got enough gap from the heat shield and everything else. It's good old Michael fabricating away. So this is how the modification goes, guys. It's Michael's work of art again. Basically, I'm going to go back to TRACKSLAG and probably tell them exactly what they've got to do. Basically, they just need to copy the standard pipe, really. But yeah, we've managed to do it. as Michael was saying, if this just come out just a slight angle, then we wouldn't need to have that kink up there, but it'll be absolutely fine, and it does actually look good. It's been a long day, but it's finished. What we've got to do now is coolant's in, isn't it? Everything's fine.
Yeah,
We'll just start it up.
See you for
Well, unless I break something or something falls off from here until the way home, then I won't be back for a while. But yeah, I do like seeing you, Michael. That's the only reason I come here, to get stuff done. I suppose I could just come down for a coffee, really, rather than take the car apart. It's all back together. It's time to start this up and see what happens. How many lights light up? How many fault codes we get?
Well, that's not my fault.
Oh, I really hope there's not. I really hope there's not. I really hope there's not any fault codes. I can't deal with anything else today. Oh yeah, well I did actually break that.
Yeah, that's not my job.
And that's not your fault. No, I did break that when I put this in, but you know, it's looking quite sweet now. Anyway, if it don't work, then at least it looks good. Oh yeah, you need to reconnect the steering.
You can drive it down.
I'll drive it straight out. Let's start her up. Go on, Michael, I'll let you do the honours. Oh, yeah, that does sound like a good cold start. Oh. Whoa! Oh. That's crazy. That sounds loud, doesn't it?
It's gonna be louder.
Yeah, it's poppy and banging. Like before. Listen to that. What's the valve code? It's doing it, isn't it? It's going to do it. That's
Your
mad.
neighbor will be pleased.
Yeah. I tell you what though, yeah, see, it's gone quiet now.
But we'll go little bit, we'll change sound when there is everything fresh, all the pipes.
Yeah. That smells old school. You smell it?
That smells money.
It smells money. Yeah, it does smell money. So, money pit. There's no warnings yet.
Now that maybe come later.
Yeah, we'll have to see. See, because obviously it's got the sports cat on, which, you know, is a 200 cell, but it has to be hot. Also, no, because the lander sensor is before the cat, and it's normally supposed to be after the cat. But anyway, we'll see. But yeah, you can hear it. It's like this. It was loud when you took the first resonator out. It sounded louder, like in here, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, it's a bit louder. When I went outside, it was like, as soon as you give it something, it's like
Yeah,
underloaded. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. What a day, Michael, eh?
full of energy.
Full of energy.
Time to go home.
It's cracking open beers. Oh my God. I feel like I'm leaving by now. I'm going to have to get
Power
on.
supply.
Power supply. It was a mission, but it was a lot to get done in a day, but yeah. It wouldn't have been so bad if it was like a bit more sort of plug and play, but nothing was plug and play, was it? It was literally just like having to like modify things to get them to fit. So, lesson, if you're going to modify a TT for stage 2, you might be in for a bit of jiggery pokery.